So how do you know if you're in your heart or your head? Because the head is very clever because, of course, its master, the ego, has a brilliant way of making us think we're somewhere else. Okay? I call it the fox that volunteers to look after the chicken coop. Right? It's saying, no worries, go out, have a good time, take it easy. I'll look after the chickens, you know? They're in good hands. Okay, so we have to start to look for qualities and characteristics, words, categories that will point to us and say, well, maybe that came from the head and it's not drawing on the heart's wisdom. What would the heart have to say here? Let's take both under consideration. Doesn't have to be an either or. We want to get ahead through the heart. Let's return the heart, let's free it, and put it back in its rightful place. Okay? And so we'll discuss a few of those qualities. I've isolated a whole bunch of them that I felt were head and heart qualities through direct experience. Okay? And I will share 2 or 3 or 4 of those to sort of whet your appetite and get you thinking down the line. But the other way that we can also have a quick and fun way at looking at whether we're in our heads or heart is by doing the heart amplitude awareness test. Okay, don't worry about the word test. That's a head term, okay? I'm being tested. This is an exercise from a book by Dr. Paul Pearsall called The Heart's Code. Very, very fascinating book on the wisdom and the brilliance of the heart and on heart transplant patients, you know, all the things that take place. And so where's intelligence really there? Okay? And it is a learning tool, and it brings our awareness to how much are we really in our head and how much are we in our heart. So we're just going to take a moment here and going to pass you out these questions. And anybody who has writing implements, pull them out. Otherwise, we have some for you. And then I'm going to read out each question, and we're just going to score ourselves. And there's 25 questions here. And the question is pretty straightforward. Okay? This is not something you're going to have to deeply think about. If you're honest, you will know. And it's interesting because you can go to a 0, which means never. You can go to a 1, which is almost never. You can go to 2, which is more than sometimes. You can go to a 3, which is a lot. And 4 is almost always. Okay? He's given you 5 parameters to score yourself from 0 to 4. And you get to go through and just put a number value here as you see this, and then add it up later. And then I'm going to tell you how this author put the categories together to give you an idea where you may be. Okay, so this is a lot of fun, and I will just read them out together so that we move through this consistently and don't miss anything. And then we'll have a good time getting an idea of where we may be sitting in terms of the head and the heart. Okay, so just hang in there, take a few deep breaths. Did everybody breathe today? I know whenever I hear the word test, I stop breathing. Okay, so everybody, I don't want any test anxiety.
Another term you can use, taking the pulse.
Taking the pulse, thank you. We're taking a pulse today. And pulses are wonderful when you have breath behind them. Thank you. So we're going to remove that word test, and we're just going to go. And this is going to be a lot of fun. So any moment now, we're going to be ready to fly. Getting the head through the heart. Okay, let's wait to do it together, people. Friends? Okay. Everybody now well tooled up with their questions and writing implements? Okay. So again, understanding the scale, as you can see on your paper, 0 is never, 4 is almost always. Okay? And then you have 3 shades in between, 1 being almost never, 2 being more than sometimes, and 3 being a lot. Okay? So 5 parameters there. Lots of leeway. Okay, people. Number 1, are you in a hurry? Have you looked ahead on this test? Or the pulse, have you gone ahead? Yes. Pens? We need a pen here? Did we run out, people? I will give you my personal one. I'm sure I have it. Here you go. Oh, here you go. Here you go.
No, thank you.
The official pen.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
My pleasure. That's right. It writes the right answers. Of course, you know there's a right and wrong answer here. You know that, right? Oh, okay. Number 2, are you so busy that others are afraid to bother you?
Because there's 2 questions there. Are you so busy or that people are afraid to bother you?
Whatever fits.
I wish they were afraid to bother you.
Number 3, would others say that you walk, drive, or move quickly? Almost always is a 4. 0 is a never. Number 4, do you like to save time by doing many things at once and or thinking one thing while doing something else? Number 5, does it seem that you always get in the slow line? You know the one where you're always looking ahead and counting how many items the other person has? Yeah. Number 6. Oh, there we go. Do unqualified express lane participants frustrate you? The ones that have put 13 things on a 12-item. You know the ones. Number 7, do you eat quickly? Number 8, do you push elevator buttons that are already lit? You know the kind. Come on, let's go. Number 9, do you talk fast as shown by gasping, spraying droplets of saliva, or getting tongue-tied? Just can't get it out fast enough. Blah, 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 blah. Number 10, do you try to hurry others speaking using yeah, or sometimes tuneless humming, you know. Hint, it has to do with patience. 11, are you a disgust flasher? You click your tongue, you tilt your head, you raise your left side of your mouth, sigh, hands on hips, roll your eyes. Number 12, do you lose your temper while driving? Number 13, are you cynical and distrusting of others' motives? Number 14, do you have sleep stress? That is sleep onset insomnia, snoring, grinding of teeth, tossing and turning? Somebody might be able to enlighten you on that one. Number 15, do you replay angry events, rehearse sarcastic comebacks, tell work war stories, spread rumors, and or threaten to quit your job or relationships? "16, do you have family or marital conflicts and or neglect your family?" I know these are broad questions, but we're just getting a pulse here. 17. Do you feel a letdown after attaining a goal or high success? (18) Do you feel that you did not or do not get enough unconditional love from one or both parents? Ooh, that's a whole seminar on itself. I'll open the counseling booth afterwards. Or a hug stop. 19. Do you have a harsh, critical, sarcastic voice quality or laughter and or use profanity? Number 20. Do you clench your fist, shrug your shoulders, or make chopping motions with your hands while speaking? You know, apart from the ethnic part of you, you know. 21. Do you avoid public crying and or is your laughter loud, explosive, quasi-humorous, and social more than sincere? (22) Do you react emotionally, defensively, and negatively to criticism? And if you say, no, I don't. 23. Do you feel sleepy and or fall asleep when sitting quietly for a period of time or become business meeting mesmerized at board meetings? Don't you love it? Board meetings? 24. Do you answer questions before they're completely asked, confront arguments before they're fully presented, and feel sure you are right? And 25, would it be tense and stressful living with and or working with you? And you can see at the bottom I've said add a 5-point penalty for trying to get a low score. Not that any of you would, but you know. So go ahead and add up your scores. This is the math comprehension process. We needed calculators, did we? Everybody keep breathing. Anybody need some mathematical support here? We can send a math person over to you and help you add that. Is it really that high? What's that?
My wife here, she's handed me her score and she checked.
Okay.
She wants me looking for an opinion on the page and then
How to?
He's afraid to essay
Oh.
about an opinion.
Oh my God, I think it's best just to take a breath and nod and, turn it over. Yeah, some of those scores, believe me, I've done this and Okay, let's go through this. So how many people are between 0 and 5? Now remember, Dr. Pearsall did a lot of work to put this together, so if you have an issue with this, write to him, okay? 0 to 5 is balanced energy. Okay? 6 to 10? Okay? 6 to 10 is, he calls this overly agitated energy. So you can see where this is going. Okay? Who got 11 to 20? Okay? So 11 to 20, by the way, when he does 0 to 5, he says your heart energy is in healthy balance. 6 to 10, what he calls overly agitated, says you're bothering your body and other people's bodies and heart. He's really a nice guy. And 11 to 20, he uses the word very agitated energy. And he says you are becoming a real pain to your body and other people's bodies and hearts. Okay? Need we ask who's 21 and over? I'll put up, okay? So, he's tough here. He calls that toxic energy. Okay? He says you've become a real pain now to your body and other people's bodies and hearts. Okay? That if you're scoring 21 and over, you may want to take a look or a revisit as to how you may be creating stress for yourself and by being too much in your head and not integrating the wisdom of the heart enough so that you could attain balance. Now, and there's always this question as to, well, whoever scores, right? Whoever scores in that 0 to 5. Well, according to Dr. Pearsall, in New Guinea, the people there were given the same test, and guess what?
And they're all liars.
Okay, they should join liars clubs. And it's true, I always get that comment, but they don't have elevators, so it's a problem with the test, right? Okay, maybe they don't need to get anywhere too fast. But people in New Guinea scored here, and they appeared to have happy, balanced, integrated lives. So either we all move to New Guinea, maybe I can arrange a cruise, or we might take a little cue and begin to just have a look at where in our lives can we, as we've taken the pulse now, can we take the indicator here of the pulse, and if it seems to be racing a little bit faster than is healthy, we may want to maybe pick 1 or 2 or 3 of these areas that we've identified and commit to changing that. Okay? Next time you're in a shopping, at the grocery store and you're in the lineup, see how else you can choose to feel in that lineup while you're waiting. Okay? Or counting how many items the other person has. It's always tough to know if 6 oranges are 6 items or is that 1 item? Right? I mean, you've got to really, I think the C has an opinion on that one. Okay? But notice how many mental gymnastics we get into and how much we bother ourselves all the time by the monkey mind. Okay? So, I hope that was fun. That was, your little self-assessments are yours to keep. You don't have to show them to anyone. Okay? It can be part of your diary. And looking forward to hearing from you. Send me emails and let me know what has changed in the next 21 days. One thing on that sheet that you have been able to say, okay, I'm going to do a little bit of work here and start to access the wisdom of the heart as I approach life daily.